Listen, I'm fighting. Listen, people. I've never. All of a sudden, these new movie pundits know how the movies work. I don't, brother. What you got on this? These normies, man, out of
Uh,
control.
uh, yeah, this movie's not making more than what it's making out to be, man. Like it's not gonna make 200 plus.
You don't
It's
think
not.
so?
I don't think so. Cause how long? Wait, it's been out for what 2 3 weeks now.
Technically, technically. So it came out on the
Yeah.
18th. So if we're this would be the second week, technically.
Okay, so then that means, and if it's on streaming services now, that means it's only got one more week before it gets pulled. Because once Thunderbolts comes out, Thunderbolts is out. But once that happens, it's like, dude, Thunderbolts is gonna do much better. It's a Marvel movie. Nobody cares about Ryan Coogler outside of Black Panther. If he's not doing a Black Panther movie, no one's going to it.
Well, we
Like
got it.
like no, go ahead.
Well, we got it's confirmed. We got Sinners until the 23rd of May in theaters. So they're gonna leave in because May 15th to the 21st, they're gonna put it back on IMAX. But right before the weekend before Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch. So it's confirmed to be in the theaters for at least another 3 weeks. Another 3 weeks.
It's not going to do much. It's not going to do much of anything because, again, Sinners is a trend. Like I said, Ryan Coogler making a horror film that no one knows about, no one cares about. It's like it's a standalone film with Ryan Coogler. It's not going to do that well. I'm sorry. I hate to just burst people's bubbles, and I know it sounds like I'm hating and I'm anti-black, which I'm not. But it's like outside of outside of Black Panther, no one cares that much about Ryan Coogler. Like I think personally, Sinners has jumped the gun when it comes down to like a standalone film for Ryan Coogler. I think Ryan Coogler should have waited on doing a movie like that. But hey, if that's how he wants to break out as a standalone director, I get okay, that's fine. You know, not my cup of tea, but okay.
Well, when I heard people say they should have waited to drop this around Halloween, I was like, you know what? Yeah, possibly. But then I
Yeah.
don't I didn't go see what's coming out later on this year towards the end of Christmas or Thanksgiving. So maybe I don't know. I'll have to go look. But I'm not mad at that. Like at the if they dropped it close to Halloween, like if it's a horror film, you know, I guess in the same
Yeah.
vein of I understand
I
that
mean,
point.
it would have done better as a Halloween film versus like a Easter film. It kind of makes no like I get why it came out on Easter, like because it's I guess trying to stick it to the Christians, the black people that are spiritual or religious in that sort of sense. I get it, but it's like I think that's where he went wrong. It's
Yeah.
like it was going to have the adverse effect versus the effect that you wanted it to have.
Uh-huh.
And I personally think that you got 2 more weeks before people just forget about it, and it's happening. Like people, okay, the sinners. I mean, except for like these streams that keep it going, but it's like pro-black people really want this movie to do well, and I'm not saying for the wrong reasons. For the wrong reasons, they want this movie to do well for the wrong reasons. It's like okay, y'all want this thing to keep going because y'all want to break even, but I like I said before, I said if the movie breaks even, you realize that Ryan Coogler then goes into debt and then has to make another movie to get himself out of said debt. I've said that many times before. People don't seem to want to believe that, but it's like you can go into debt making a movie. Like half of that shit gets written off in taxes. Warner Brothers is going to be fine, but Ryan Coogler won't. Okay, he has his name, but then he's also going to carry on the debt that this movie did not make back. It's like,
Uh,
what do you
So
want, man?
here's the worst part about it. I would hate for this movie to get past the break even point and only make like $30 million. Because then it's like, you did all that for $30 million.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Right? If this thing makes, I think in 2 weeks it hits break even. But if this thing makes at the end of its run 30 mil, and I'm just like, wow, okay.
That's what you want, but that's what y'all wanted. Urban, listen, man, urban folk. See, man, y'all gotta talk to the people that be doing this shit, man. Y'all gotta be talking to. Don't talk to me because y'all don't want to listen to me. But y'all gotta, like, if y'all really want to be, like, movie pundits or entertainment pundits at all. I can't classify myself as a pundit. An anthropologist, yes. An entertainment anthropologist, yes. But a pundit, y'all gotta be in the history of this shit. Like, I can say that because I do it. But most black movie pundits really don't know what they're talking about. Like, I can sit there and talk to you about, like, okay, so how much does Warner Brothers have in its stock right now? How much does Universal have in its stock? Who are the biggest heavy hitters right now in Hollywood? Actor, actress wise, not even that, production wise. Who's doing it good? And they ain't gonna know anything else outside of, I don't know, what they're currently doing right now.
You know what's funny? Like, I could see this movie becoming a cult classic, but how many movies did we grow up knowing when you find out this movie bombed at the box office? Like all the damn near John Carpenter's movies, except Halloween, like Big Trouble. I didn't know Big Trouble in Little China was such a bad flop that the next movie he did, he's like, I need to scale it back. Like, I spent too much money. I went too big. I did too much. Like, there's so many cult classics that we love today. It didn't do shit at the box office. Were critically panned and widely panned, and 30 years later, like, they're the best thing ever.
Well, again, I think because urban flicks, they cater to urban people. They're not catering to a wider audience. And to us, like, again, like I said, like Friday, cult classic.
Yeah.
What else? Menace to Society, cult classic. Everybody likes. I mean, you can even say Straight Outta Compton is a certified hood classic to a lot of people. If it doesn't have the certified hood classic label on it, and I gotta probably do a video on that one of these days. It's like why things are a certified hood classic. What is a cult classic? Because I think there's a difference between a cult classic and a certified hood classic. That's the black version of a classic, you know what I'm saying? Versus like a cult classic, which is like The Room with Tommy Wiseau, you know what I'm saying? Like that's white shit. That's white people shit.
Yeah, I can't see, when I first seen it, I said, after that came out, I said, this is going to be mentioned among, some of the best vampire movies. Like, it's that good. So I had no doubts in time this movie would be greatly appreciated. But in the meantime, right now, we're talking about a studio that's floundering, that's bleeding left and right. We can't afford to struggle or break even. Like, the studio that he signed to is like in major trouble. And I've never. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Also, if you've Warner Brothers just announced that they're gonna have a whole thing. They're gonna have a whole convention at Animax.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this it's Animax 2025 because now they're saying that like they're bringing back certain classics. They're bringing back like a few people said that a few Cartoon Network originals are coming back, and I'm just like, that might be a game changer, but it's not enough to save Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
They pissed off too many of loyal, consumers over the. I mean, we can go back to Walter Hamada. You can go back to people like they keep mentioning Christopher Reeve and Richard Donner. Well, the studio back then interfered with Richard Donner's version of Superman. That's why he left after the second one, and then they gave you Superman 3 with Nuclear Man and Superman 4. Like Warner Brothers has a history of just meddling with stuff and just effing everything over, you know. So we've seen this before. We grew up in that studio regime, you know, why they do that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just shocked, bruh. Had Variety not posted that article, I don't think this movie does what it does. Not to this degree.
No, I mean, well, Variety. I think a lot of people, you know, don't give Variety its credit. You know, like Variety has a way of just pissing people off.
Yes.
Like they'll literally say like these movies are not going to do well. Like if I was to ever like if you really, it's that and then Fandango, right? Fandango's box office is the first box office to get almost anything before any other box office.
Right.
Like don't even read, don't even go to Rotten Tomatoes first. Go to Fandango. You'll see all of the numbers beforehand. Don't even read the reviews. You got to see how much money it's gonna make.
Yeah. It just felt like they rage baited urban folk. Like they're like, hey, this movie's not gonna make money, and everybody fell for the rage bait, and they went to go see it not because it's a good movie, not because your friends told you it was a good movie, but because this white article got everybody such an uproar, and now all of a sudden, why don't you do the profitability for the accountant too? The accountant Ben Affleck ain't worried about y'all. Ben Affleck is a long-term staple with Warner Brothers. He gonna keep getting deals. He can give him a flop. You know, you're talking about Academy Award winner for Argo, Ben Affleck. He got cash. He gonna be all right. Urban folk only get so many chances a year to show and prove, and that's why I'm trying. I don't understand. Like, how do you not see this? Like, it's important that we show up and show out in full force every time we put out product. Every time we put out a great product. You know, so
well, it also kind of goes into like the whole Black Hollywood, you know, like the DIY Black Hollywood thing. Like I said, man, I say, well, y'all should have been doing that a long time ago.
You
know, really long time ago, because now, you know, Spike Lee. I went to a Spike Lee lecture and he was talking about, you know, how black people are treated in Hollywood and how we should have a Black Hollywood. Well, you have the money, so why don't you do it? You know. Like a bunch of other directors whom I challenged before and had these debates with. I'm like, okay, so y'all got the money, y'all got some form of notoriety. So how come you're not doing it? Why do you need Warner Brothers? Why do you need Universal? Why do you need New Line Cinema? Why do you need all these people? You know, why do you need them?
How many fan movies have we watched on YouTube? Anime, Power Rangers, Devil May Cry. I mean, Star Wars, Homeboy Star Wars Theory doing another Star Wars movie, fan movie, 2 to 3 million, 3 to 4 million budget. And they do stupid numbers to the point where the big dogs are like, either stop doing this or how can we incorporate your ideas into our IPs? Help. It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, well, also with the advent of YouTube and everybody having their own channel and making their own channel, yo, we could have our own Black Hollywood. We can be doing that shit. We can be doing that right now, man. I don't know why y'all. What are y'all waiting for? I don't know, man. If you're waiting, don't come crying to me, bro. Yeah. I'm doing my own thing, man, and it's doing well. That's all I can tell you is that anytime in which the white man who says, you know, look, listen, you're in our Hollywood and we're going to tell you this here. None of these movies that we care about are going to do money. Black people are going to get mad at that because they think it's racism. And maybe to a certain extent it is. But truth be told, to be fair in all of this, if you're not making movies that garner an audience for, I don't know, a diverse audience, I don't know what else to tell you other than like most of these movies are going to flop anyway. So,
well, it's just like the music business. Only 5 or 6 artists, successful artists, keep the label afloat because most product they put out are duds. Same thing here with the movies. You know, Barbie funded Warner Brothers for another couple of years. You know, that's where your Sinners money came from. You know, because of Barbie. cracked a billion. What are we talking about? You know, Minecraft is gonna fund the next wave of, you know, flops that you're not gonna go out and go see. It's the big ones that keep this shit afloat, that give, you know, your Ryan Coogler's, you know, a $90 million check. You know.
Well, I mean, the thing, I guess, I don't know. I think right about now, Hollywood is trying to recreate, I guess, you know, the Oppenheimer Barbie effect. And again, you only get one of those once a millennia. So
once every generation. I agree. You can't recreate that
yeah,
stuff.
you only get one of those.
Yeah.
But I think that the summer blockbuster, it's not going to be as good as it was probably 2-3 years ago, and that's only because of what is coming out. You know, you have Thunderbolts. Sinners is about to walk out the door. What else is coming out?
We got okay, so we got Mission Impossible, Lilo and Stitch, May 23rd, and then July we got Fantastic Four, Jurassic World,
They're making
Superman.
another one of those. They're making another Fantastic Four. Seriously?
Yeah. I think it'll do well. I think it'll do well.
Oh my god, how many more Fantastic Four? Is this going to be? Is this going to be tied into?
This is tied into Avengers Doomsday.
This is MCU. This is MCU.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is MCU Fantastic Four.
Yes, it's an alternate. So in this Fantastic Four, they go to another alternate universe, which is the 616, which is why they showed up at the end of Thunderbolts.
Okay.
In the post-credit scene.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say it. Maybe that can help out Hollywood for now, but I don't think it. I'm thinking.
No, this is not breaking records. No. I agree. This ain't going to be the summer of like, oh my god, this is the greatest summer. No. Jurassic World is going to do its $1 billion like it always does. Fantastic Four is going to do moderately well. I hope Superman flops.
I'm hoping for that too.
Oh God, yes.
I mean, I think we're all. I mean, I saw what they were doing for Animax 2025, and I just don't think that Warner Brothers can. Like I said, I don't think Warner Brothers can recover from everything that it's done. Like, I don't care that, you know, a few Cartoon Network originals are coming back out. I just think that it's like, y'all shouldn't have got rid of Cartoon Network studios like that.
Mm-hmm.
And try to bring it back and be like, oh, no, we haven't forgotten. No, y'all literally just threw that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, it's like, well, what else can you really do except for nothing else, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I got, man.
That's all I got, man. That's all good. I appreciate you, bro. I've never seen this much concern over a movie that you got rage baited into going to go see. No. I've never seen so much pushback over how we calculate the metrics over what we deem a hit or a miss. Like, I don't, for the life of me, bro. I'm just like, wow.
No, but I did hear that. Before I go, yeah, I think Lilo and Stitch might pass $1 billion.
What? I think it does too. I think
it passes $1 billion. I think it does. Just off name alone, it'll pass $1 billion, just because of, you know, like the 2005 Lilo and Stitch, and then all the other renditions of Lilo and Stitch. Like, again, it's a live action Lilo and Stitch, which I saw, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go watch it, but there are a bunch of Lilo and Stitch diehard fans that are gonna go watch it. So
yeah,
who knows? But I did hear that Disney was also confirming that The Incredibles 3 is coming out. So I'm like,
wait. So on top of that, we got Shrek 5 and we got Toy Story 5 as well. They come out the same year next year.
So they come out the same. Okay, so I would say, prediction wise, Shrek 5 is not going to do well.
You don't think so?
I don't think Shrek 5 is going to do well. Toy Story 5 without Tom Hanks, I don't think that does well. Like, no one. I don't think, because you don't have Woody anymore. So all you have is Buzz, Jesse, Ham, the Potato Heads. You only have those. Like, like that. What can you? I mean, I guess you can do a what's Buzz Lightyear's voice actor again?
Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen. I mean, a movie with Tim Allen. It's like watching Home Improvement. I mean, what else are you gonna, you know?
I love that. I love that show.
I mean,
love that
I
show.
like Home Improvement. I'm not saying I didn't like Home Improvement, but I'm not trying to watch Home Improvement the movie. That Incredibles 3. I'm like, okay, you got to do Jack right. Okay, you got to do Jack right,
Right. It's
and
time
then
for
on
Jack.
top of
Yeah,
that,
Jack should be a teenager at this point, and
and then on top of that, like, okay, this is and then you have to build on the world without no, not you have to build on the world after supers got legalized again. So who's going to be
That's
their
right.
biggest enemy? Because it can't be the Underminer.
who? Okay, who was the little boy that emulated the daddy? That he turned into a villain without even realizing what he did. What was his name? Syndrome. That's
Syndrome.
right.
The Syndrome's dead.
Yeah.
The Syndrome's dead.
I had rewatched it and I was like, wow, he just turned this whole kid into a villain, like without even realizing it.
Yeah. Why do you think I reference him so much?
That was jacked up. That was jacked up.
All right, bro. I'm gonna head up out of here. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
I appreciate you. Thank you, bro.
I'm in.
Okay, my man Red sings the blues. We out here fighting a good fight. See you over. Thank you for the 2 in the chat, brethren. Sequels shall continue until OGIP improves. This is where Hollywood is at right now. See, look. I got comments already coming in. So he says, so when it breaks even, then what will you have to say? Nothing, because it only broke even. That's not a win. Hello. Okay. This is how bad it is with normies, y'all. Excuse the reference. So I got to break it down to drug dealing, because I have to break this down to drug dealing. Let's say somebody fronts me a brick. Nope. Half a brick. Somebody fronts me half a brick. Right? And they say, hey, bring me back 12. Right? Bring me back 12. No, wait, no. Somebody fronts me half a brick. Yeah, and says bring me back 12. And then I bring him back, well, the cost of it to make it was actually 7. So we broke even. That's not how this works. If you front somebody, half a brick, and they bring you back the cost, the production cost, you're like, no, I gave you this brick to bring me back a profit, not to break even. I don't understand in what language, life, or part of history does any venture capitalist, any business person that invests into something is happy when the product breaks even. I don't understand this. I truly, y'all want me to be wrong so bad that a break even number is a win. It is not a win. In what universe is break even a win? Do y'all